Be me. Tried psychedelics, shrooms, LSD, several times. Never tried ayahuasca though. Go to shamanic ceremony. Drink the brew. Fall asleep. Wake up in hell. WTF.jpg. Start battle with the demons. Angels appear to come to my help. I hear music from somewhere. Open my eyes and see the fire. Someone is playing the guitar, singing songs to the Great Mother. Always.png. Feel better already. Try to get up. Feel much bigger than usual. Start walking around, exploring the forest. Ground is crawling with massive bugs. A ghostly skeleton rises out of the ground. I kick it and it dissolves into puffs of smoke. Let the dead bury their own. Walk around some more and return to the fire. Sit down and meditate. Jesus arrives and offers me the Holy Spirit. Accept. Feel like a Buddha, remember millions of previous incarnations. Close my eyes again. See the wheel of Dharma spinning inside me. See the cross on Mount Golgotha. Jesus is crucified on it and wakes up inside of me. Look up at the sky and it's full of stars. MFW. WTF brothers, it's all real. And yet it's a dream. Be me. Visiting my best friend. Haven't seen him in a year. He lives in a big city. Do acid the first night. He had a pretty fucked up childhood by anyone's standards. Taken away from his addict parents by the state at a young age. Enjoy the first 4 hours or so or the trip giggling about retarded shit. It's like 2 a.m. now suddenly. Beer run. Walk a few blocks away to the store. Store is across the street but there's a car coming so we wait. SUV waiting at the stop sign next to us. SUV pulls out at the last second and gets deboned by the other car going like 40 miles per hour, happens on slow motion like 5 feet in front of us. SUV starts rolling. Have to literally run out of the way because it rolled about 5 or 6 times and would have crushed us if it didn't move. SUV is sitting on its side with driver and passengers trapped inside. Fluids leaking every which way all over the road. Some hood people start running away thinking it's going to explode like some scene out of Fast and Furious. I run up to the car, climb on top of it and start yanking at the door with adrenaline-induced retard strength. A faint voice from inside saying please help me, please help me. See a woman in the driver's seat stuck and hanging by her seatbelt. The door is jammed shut from rolling so many times. Cannot open it for the life of me. New plan. Sprint down the block and start banging on doors to get someone to call 911. Finally some lady comes out and does. Go back over to the scene. By this point someone else has smashed open the sunroof and both people were out of the car and seemed okay. Well, that was fun. Get beer anyway because now I need a drink more than ever. Be me, browsing 4chan's paranormal board at 3 a.m. Come across a post with a black and red drawing of a face. The image is unsettling, yet intriguing. Decide to save it and set it as my phone wallpaper. That's when the nightmares start. Every night, I dream of the face in the drawing. It speaks to me in a language I don't understand. I wake up sweating, feeling like I've been drained of all my energy. The dreams continue every night, getting more vivid and disturbing. One night, I wake up to find the face from the drawing hovering above me. Its eyes glow a sinister red, and its mouth twists into a terrifying grin. I try to scream, but no sound comes out. The face disappears as suddenly as it appeared, leaving me shaken and terrified. I start to see the face everywhere, in reflections, on TV screens, even in the shadows. It's like it's following me, taunting me. I try to delete the image, but it's like it's stuck on my phone, impossible to remove. I feel like I'm losing my mind. One day, I stumble upon a blog post that details the history of the drawing. It was created by a reclusive artist who died under mysterious circumstances. I realized that I need to get rid of the drawing before it's too late. But it's too late. The face from the drawing has taken over my mind and my soul. I am its vessel, its conduit to the mortal world. And it will not rest until it has consumed everything in its path. It's not about ghosts per se, but I have this one. Me, 6 to 7 years old. Sleeping on the couch in the living room near my dad. Slowly awakening, still halfway between dream and reality. Although my vision is still blurry, I can see 3 small figures moving. They are the size of rats, but look like small humans and move accordingly. They are crawling in a big wooden bookcase, and the one in the front appears to be leading the other 2, making hurry-up gestures with its hands. I suddenly wake up completely, freaked out by the scene, but there is nothing to see now. The first thing that goes to my mind is that they were rats, because we previously used to have a rat problem in the house. I awake my dad and tell him about the rats in the bookcase, and he checks out the living room, finding nothing strange. Time jumps several years later. Dad casually tells me a story about how when I was a baby, I used to wake up in the middle of the night crying almost daily. He was friends with an old lady who had a small grocery store in the neighborhood. The old lady supposedly had some type of power to see paranormal shit, and her husband was known to make limpias. She tells my dad that she senses that there is a duende making trouble in the neighborhood, harassing several children like the little shithead it is. The neighborhood was new at the time, previously being nothing more than an uninhabited hill with dirt and dry grass. The husband offers to do a limpia for free in my house. My dad accepts and everything goes according to plan. I never woke up crying again after that. Me in 3rd grade. One day one of my friends tell me about a game. Game is a dance to summon a ghost or at least feel one. Goes behind school dumpster and my dumbass decides to go first. Closes eyes, does the whole little dance thinking it's stupid and nothing's gonna happen. Holds out hands. Something cold and soft grabs my hands and starts lifting them. Before my hands get too high my friend slaps my hands and gets me out of the trance. MFW, she said if the ghost lifted my hands all the way up I would have been possessed. After that I start seeing a lady in a white dress in my peripheral vision 24/7, and it got even worse when it was nighttime because she stared at me from my closet or hovered over in my bed. Things keep getting worse. Non-stop nightmares. Family gets more abusive. Always wake up to see the women in white somewhere in my vision. One night I see her standing over most of my family and I feel the most awful feeling. Start to beg and pray to God with everything I have. Room with my family explodes with light and a sound of thunder. Never see the lady again and everything mostly goes back to normal, but paranormal things are attracted to me now, nothing as severe but still iffy. Haven't told this story in some time on here. Stick through the dream sequences, it did get real. Me, 2013, unemployed, moved back with parents, stressed as hell, life in the dumpster, no direction, scared, ready to inhero. Wake up in bed one night paralyzed. Manage to open my eyes. Tall white figure, hands clasped in prayer standing over me. I gasp in fear. It leans over me and I faint and awake in a dark void standing in front of it. It speaks in impressions. As in, it doesn't say or write or anything. The meaning it wants to communicate is transferred into my brain as my own thoughts. Tells me it'll be okay. I have the overwhelming feeling it's true. Wake up rejuvenated, feeling hopeful. Next night, exact repeat. Next night. Open eyes, Something shakes in face, scares me, I shoot awake. Closet door flies open, and stops just short of slamming into bedroom door. No draft or open windows. I slept with light on. Next day, sitting with mom. Anana has the weirdest dream. A tall white angel came to me and said, I mean it didn't really speak, but, I just know things will sort out for you. Fucking what? Later googling describing creature and dreams trying to get matches. Exact match found, pictures and accounts of similar experiences. Arcturians. A race that has transcended the third dimension and became basically the interstellar aliens, 5-dimensional, can exist in and influence all times and places. He'll point out this experience predates the movie. They love humans for some reason, and they're known to appear in dreams to give people a nudge if they're open to listening. For the skeptics, I can assure you the dreams, closet thing, and my mom's weird account are all 100% true. I'm not one to buy too much into things either. It was just extremely strange. For context, my neighborhood is right next to mountains and desert. Believe me. Staying up late playing video. Hear cicadas in the distance. They aren't uncommon here but are rare. The little bastards keep getting louder and are flying over neighboring houses in a straight line, which is strange since they aren't known for flying in swarms. Start to feel unnerved. I finally get tired of playing video and just about to take a peek from my window. Instant gut feeling of the worst dread, so I don't peek and just sit in the dark in front of my monitor. Cicada hum is now coming from outside my window. Light starts seeping from my window. House starts to vibrate, shake. Humming is now deafening. I finally lose my shit and run into my closet to get my gun. As soon as I grab and load the gun, the vibrating turns into violent shaking. The entire house feels like it'll collapse at any moment. Stare out my closet like a bat out of hell and train the gun towards the window. Can't see, cause the light shining from the window is blinding. Can barely move from terror but keep the gun on the window waiting for the thing's next move. After a lifetime the shaking, light, and noise slowly fade away into the direction of the mountains. After sunrise and when my family woke up, I asked them if they felt heard or saw anything from last night and they all said no. Since then I've had a few more alien experiences after that, mostly small things like strange noises from the sky, unidentified lights zooming in the mountains, sudden litterings of animal carcasses in the street, and strange lonely areas nobody ever seemed to enter, including wildlife. Gentlemen, I have a problem. Be me trying to AP for a long ass time. Try every technique possible. Something happened literally just now, but I wouldn't call it what people have described as AP. It's almost like I'm dreaming, but I'm able to actually do a reality check since it's too late in the day for it to be as dark as it is. In short, I'm flying down the road on nothing, almost like I'm flying, and I'm with what I think is a suck. Get stopped by a guy who looks like Terry fucking Davis, and he gives me a warning that I'm somewhere dangerous. He says this place isn't a reflection of your desires and what you pursue isn't a reflection of your real self. I ask him what I need to do and he tells me you need to get out of the prison you've made for yourself. Terry, or whatever is taking Terry's form since I love Terry, gives me his coat. I stupidly continue down the road after he disappears. A bunch of fucking people show up who don't have my best interests in mind. I try and get away from them, but they keep following. I then say fuck this and get back to the real world or the waking world or whatever you want to call it. Because I've never experienced something like this before, I decide to go back in. Be me, 19. One day I seriously pissed off my younger sister, 18. She wasn't happy about it. She kicked me in my balls, making me kneel before her. Then she shrunk me to about 4 inches and grabbed me in her hand. She looked at me with a grin on her face. And forced me into her pussy. She used me as a dildo. Until she orgasmed hard. Then she pushed me all the way deep inside her. And shrunk me to the size of a grain of sand. I heard her laughing somewhere above me. Then she started to shrink me even more.